Last week, we learned that when a volcano erupts, the lava, if there's lava coming out, will eventually harden and turn to solid rock. Okay, we got that, right? Well, we also learned that the islands of Hawaii are volcanoes. That's how those islands were formed, and that they have a couple of really big volcanoes that continue to erupt and have lava just flowing out of it quite often. And one of those volcanoes is Kilauea. Now, if you go to Hawaii and you're able to go to Kilauea, it is now a national park. And because it's a national park, they have people working there called park rangers. And for many years, as long as that park has been opened, the park rangers ask people to please don't take anything from the park. You see signs like that, or you'll hear that from park rangers at any national park. You don't take things. Well, people would love, though, to go to Kilauea and find volcanic rock, hardened lava. And they thought that was super cool. That's better than a regular rock. And they would want to take it home. So these park rangers got really tired of people not listening to them. So it's believed that they're the ones that came up with this story of a curse. So now park rangers and tour bus drivers will always tell people that if you take any rock at all, volcanic rock or volcanic sand from Kilauea, you will be cursed by the goddess Pele. Okay, here's the thing. Hawaiians believe in this goddess Pele, goddess of lightning and fire, and that she lives in Mount Kilauea. Now, they don't believe that there's any kind of curse, but they do believe that people should not be taking things when they visit Hawaii. So they kind of go along with it. Anyway, so park rangers tell people, like I said, the drivers of tour buses will tell people, you cannot take a rock because you will be cursed. Bad things will happen to you. Most people are like, oh, okay, well, you know what? You shouldn't take anything anyway. But then there's always people that will still do it, unfortunately. But what's happened, as the years have gone by, more and more people have heard about this supposed curse and will tell other people until finally people actually believe in it, like truly believe that there is a curse if you take something from Kilauea. And people have believed it so much that if they want to get rid of the curse, they will take whatever it was they took from the mountain and they'll put it in the mail and they will mail it back to Hawaii. And a lot of them will mail back letters apologizing. Some of the letters will tell all of the bad things that have happened to them since they took the volcanic rock. And I just think that's really, really kind of funny. I mean, what a great idea from these park rangers and these tour bus drivers to keep people from taking things that don't belong to them. And like I said, it's amazing. Sometimes people hear something enough, they really start to believe it. But here are just a few. I mean, there have been hundreds and hundreds over the years of people who have sent back volcanic rock or sand because they believe they have been cursed. So there was one couple that used to go, well, actually they still go, but anyway, they put in their letter that they had been going for about 4 years in a row, and they had heard about the curse, but, they didn't believe in stuff like that. So they took some volcanic rock the first year, and the day that they got home, one of them had fallen and cut their foot really, really bad. And they, didn't think anything about it. Well, then the next year when they went to Hawaii, they took some more volcanic rock and they got home, and then I think the wife broke a couple of her toes. All right. Well, the year after that, they go to Kilauea. They take volcanic rock. This time they didn't go straight home, though. They went to another island. They went to Maui, where the wife had a burst eardrum. It was the fourth year that they took volcanic rock. They get home, and within a few days, the wife had fallen twice, broke her elbow the first time, shattered her kneecap the second time, and then her husband had a heart attack. They finally decided that, you know what, maybe there's something to this curse. So they gathered up all of those rocks that they'd taken over the years and they mailed them back. All right, made them feel better. So now they think the curse is lifted. Another couple, so this was in December that they went, and it's before Christmas time, and they were taking a little break because they had been planning this huge, massive family reunion that was going to be held at their home. And so they were just doing one last little getaway. Well, they went to Kilauea and they thought, oh my goodness, what great souvenirs to give to all the family. And they took so many rocks. Well, they get back to their home. You know, the big family reunion is a couple of days away. There is a massive, massive snowstorm that hits a couple of nights later and completely cancels that family reunion because people can't get into town. Okay, so that, oh no, bad luck. Well, then, not long after that, the wife and her sister got in this massive, massive fight and stopped speaking. That had never happened before. Everybody in the family got horribly, horribly sick with the stomach flu, and they were sick for over a week. And then everyone's better. The wife had a business that she was going to open, and she was super excited, and they planned this big open house, grand opening of her new business. Another massive snowstorm hits and cancels that. That couple took all of those rocks and mailed it back to Hawaii. But this last one kind of cracks me up. So this is with one of those tour bus guides. So they have, the bus driver is actually also the guide who, you know, talks to the people on the bus about all the places they're going and the history about it and everything. And as he's taking them to Kilauea, to the national park, he tells them about this curse and gives them examples. And, you know, he's just thinking, I don't want people to bring rocks back because it's not nice, and plus it makes a big mess in my bus. So he tells them all about it. Well, they go off. A few hours later, it's time for them to get back on the bus and the bus to go on its way. And he double checks with everyone, make sure nobody has a rock, right? Well, one woman did, and she didn't want to leave it there. She figured that she had paid for that trip. By golly, she was going to get a rock. Well, the bus driver is telling her, no, we don't take the rocks. It's very impolite. It's very disrespectful for the Hawaiian people. And besides, you're going to be cursed. Well, she doesn't believe in this curse, thinks it's ridiculous, and gets on the bus with her rock. Well, the bus driver is just like, you know, he doesn't want to leave because she's taking something. Well, it's all of the other people on the bus get mad at her and keep telling her she has to give it back. Finally, she stomps down the aisle of the bus and gets off of it and stands in front, and she's looking at the bus driver as she takes that rock and she throws it as hard as she can, and it hit the door of the bus and ricocheted back and smacked her in the head, and they had to take her to the hospital. She believed in the curse after that. Okay, there is no curse, right? But what a great story. And like I said, sometimes when you tell people things enough times, they start to believe it. So let's find out some more about lava, though. And my family, we are planning to go to Hawaii next year. And we're going to go to Mount Kilauea, and I am going to be sure to leave everything there. I mean, I don't believe in curses, but I do believe in leaving things where they belong. All right, anyway, let's keep going. Find out some more about lava. We're going to make some lava, and also awesome video coming up, you guys. Keep going.